Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions, and thank you again so much for allowing us to be a part of your life. Tonight, Revival Nights begin at Main Campus, 7 o'clock. We look forward to seeing you there as we continue our study on the remnant. The remnant takes a stand, and then tomorrow night, the remnant stands up. We'll have a great time together. But right now, let's come back to the book of Luke, chapter 22. Jesus is in the garden. We begin the story in verse 47. While he was still speaking, a crowd came up, and a man who was called Judas, one of the 12, was leading them. He approached Jesus to kiss him, but Jesus asked him, "Judas, are you betraying the Son of Man with a kiss?" Now that's fascinating to me. Jesus always knew that Judas would betray him, but he looked almost incredulously at Judas and said, "Now, Judas, are you really going to do it like this? Are you really going to betray me with a kiss?" When Jesus' followers saw what was going to happen, they said, "Lord, should we strike with our swords?" Now, I want you to notice the phrase, when Jesus' followers saw what was going to happen. Many times I've taught you that betrayal is very person-specific. Every single place you look at the betrayal of Jesus being spoken of, it's about the Son of Man will be prophesied or betrayed. Judas will betray him. Judas betrayed Christ. Judas betrayed Jesus. It's all person-specific. A betrayer does not betray his barkada. He will betray a leader of the barkada. He will betray a member of the barkada. But he wants the barkada. He wants the friendship. These were his companions. These were his friends. He had no problem with them. Betrayal is very person-specific. Now, this is why the apostles never saw it coming. They never saw it coming even after the upper room when Jesus tried to show them the one who dips his hand with me in the bowl. And still they didn't get it. They thought when Jesus said, "Go do what you must do," he was sending Judas out to buy something because he was the treasurer. Even after Satan possessed him, and here in chapter 22, verse 3, they still did not see the difference in their friend. Now, it's amazing to me how friendships blinds people to the truth of change. People change in relationships. And friendship, we always see the people as who they used to be, and we don't see them as who they are today. Now, it took until Judas actually came with the mob to arrest Jesus, with their torches, with their swords, with their military garrison. It took that for them to finally saw what was going to happen. That's what it says. They finally saw what was going to happen. It finally dawned on them that their friend was not who he said he was. Now, brothers and sisters, you and I need to recognize that betrayal is very person-specific. This is why if a leader stands up and says, "This person's betraying me," everybody kind of looks at the leader as if they're paranoid. Until finally the stroke of betrayal happens. And then everybody finally understands. Now, when you understand, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. I teach pastors, there's nothing that you can do to stop betrayal. It's just going to happen. All you can do is learn how to live with it and keep focused on Jesus. But when you see a friend betray another friend, when you see a friend betray a leader, and it finally dawns on you, this is not paranoia, this person really betrayed them, then excuse me, you need to back up on that relationship. Because when friends change, you need to recognize the change and change friends.